Hello again everyone, Gang is here of course, and today I've got a Jagdpanther II video for you. Once more you could say, but I just love this tank so much. I'm in a platoon with Gelbigzal. He is in his WZ 1v1, sorry for that. New guy who just joined Omni, great player by the way. Anyway, we're on Ensk, tier 9 game. Not really the best matchmaking, to be honest, but not too bad either. You could say it's a bad map for a TD, but in this kind of matchmaking, the Jagdpanther you can actually pretty much rock Ensk. There's a couple places where you can go hold down. As Ensk is such a small map, and I know this might sound a bit stupid, but tanks like to die in positions where you can go hold down from and be useful, which is actually really great in a tank which has awesome superstructure armor. So yeah. Anyway, I'm camping right here right now for a really simple reason. I want to explain that real quick actually, before we move on. Gelbigzal is here. He's activated Binox. He's going to spot any heavies going this way or any slow TTs or anything. Now, there's a lag between the moment the tank gets spotted, like on the server, and the moment you actually see it on screen. So that's why I'm positioning myself one railway further to the right, not one, one gap further to the right, so that when the tanks pop up like here, they're well spotted here. I can pre-aim my shots, lead my shots, and shoot them in the side. Now, no enemies seem to be crossing, or maybe his crew is a bit too bad, but we're rather convinced just no enemies crossing, so I decide to move up into the middle. While I'm moving up into the middle, I still keep control of this area, and I can move up to this area here to shoot in the side of the city. Now anyway, there's a super pushing here. I did not get spotted right now, thanks to that tree. So yeah, that's nice. There's a lot of tanks in the city, but from both teams, so it's not really urgent to go there. And I don't want to move up and get shot in the side by the super pushing. I kind of have a feeling he's going to come back. I had a bad shot on him, but I had a shot, so I took it anyway. I got spotted for it though. Well, I got spotted for moving actually. T-32 appears, and yeah, I just decided to shoot him. He actually bounces me, so that's nice. I'm not going to repair my engine in case I need my repair kit all of a sudden for my tracks or something. I'm kind of side scraping here. And then I just angle in time for super pushing to only track me after taking out that T-32 with two actually not even two high rolls, well, slightly high rolls, but not what I would consider real high rolls, to be honest. So yeah, that's nice. And now I can move up here. I've repaired my engine, and I'll try and get some shots into the middle. I'm spotted, so I have to be a bit careful, but I see that the M103 is just not looking at me, and neither is the super pushing. I see the super pushing is a better player and on lower health, so even if he's only a tier 8, I'd rather go for him for the moment, as I can two-shot him really easily, if I don't miss. And yeah, he puts a shot into me with APCR tracking me, so that's kind of annoying. Now, we pushed here with a couple of tanks, including, well, basically the WZ 120 and Gelbigzal, but suddenly, like, a lot of enemies appeared there, so I'm gonna support them. I put a nice shot into that tortoise, and I want to talk about this real quick. So, I was in this position. This position is really nice, because you can shoot down here and down here. Now, I want to shoot this area now, and I don't want to stay in this area, because, well, I want to, if I stay here, while shooting that area, I can get shot in the side by the super pushing, by tanks here, by tanks pushing here, and so on and so on. It's also much easier for that IS-3, for example, to YOLO push me, all that stuff. So I want to fall back between my shots to the next hard cover. Now I aim, trying to go for the SQ, he's hiding well. Then he goes back out, put a shot into him. And I just stay here for the moment. I'm moving forwards and backwards a bit to maybe get a bounce in case someone actually shoots me. Put a shot into the ST-122-44. I knew that the tortoise was gonna shoot me for it, or at least I felt like it. But I also felt like Gelbigzal, or well, basically he was on TeamSpeak me like, help me now! He needed help against that ST-122-44, so I just decided to help him. I see a one-shot T-20 there, I want to take him out, but I don't manage to. And I'm really low life now, I only have a 220 HP left. And I see this M41 Walker Bulldog starting to move towards me. So I just pre-aim on this corner, wait for him to come. Kinda convinced he's going to come. We only have a Baltic now left on the other flank. And yeah, I was turning around because I had a feeling he might come from the other side, but he actually didn't. Now I set him on fire. He puts it out rather quickly though. And I'm gonna ram him. Why am I ramming him? For two reasons. And yeah, I'm actually gonna pause it. Why do you ram enemies in close quarters? Especially with lightly armored target, or you have like weird armor like a T62A, awesome turret, weak hull. Same a bit on the Jagdpanther II. When you're ramming a guy, it's really hard for him to aim. Because, well, you all know it yourself, you know, when you're aiming and then a teammate just bumps into you, your aim goes wherever. And if you're moving while doing that, or trying to circle whatever, it's even harder to actually aim your shots correctly, even for a very good player. And additionally, the closer I am to him, the more he's going to be shooting my strong armor, which is my superstructure, and my upper plate can also get a couple lucky bounces from his gun. So yeah, I managed to take him out. Bit lucky, but still dead, you know. I take out that M103 who was showing me his side. Now I see this IS-3, he's starting to move here. But he gets taken out too. And then I just go for that IS-3 back there. He moves back, but then comes back out. Take care to not hit his mantlet. And I kind of go and cover here side scraping. Wait till I'm unspotted. I might be, when you shoot through these bushes, normally you're not spotted before you shoot, but when you shoot you can get spotted. I didn't know it in this case, because as I had just shot Bulldog before, yeah, I want to talk about this too. So, I was in this area, I saw the tortoise coming. What did I decide to do? I could have either fallen back, but I felt like I might be a bit too slow. So I felt like the better option is to shoot him, and if he decides to go for me, the time it takes him to turn, with my awesome speed forwards, I can go into this cover here, where I'm completely safe too. So yeah, there's that I3. I don't want to go out right now, because I'm scared of the tortoise. But I was in platoon with Galbexal and he told me in TeamSpeak that the tortoise just shot. So I go out, and then I directly move into cover behind the wreck of the I3. In case he decides to shoot me and just reloads. Now we've basically won the game, more or less. It's only a SU-122 54 left. So yeah, it's just a hunt for him basically. He was last spotted in this area. I kind of expect him to be camping up here to try and defend the gap, get a couple shots while abusing bushes. He's a good player, so he should be able to do that with his really high camo tank. Because what you can't see right now is that he's a one shot, or at least low health. One shot for me. I don't know if he's a one shot for everyone. Do not remember that. Kind of sad that you can't activate that feature in not TeamSpeak, in replays to show the health of remaining enemies. Right now I'm kind of wiggling around the corner and stuff. The point of that is to see if I get spotted, like if Sixth Sense goes off, and to be moving in case I actually do, so it's harder for him to shoot me, or he aims at me longer, which would give time for Sixth Sense to pop up, and give me warning that I can actually go back before he presses the trigger. That's basically the line of thought whenever I do that kind of stuff. Because in heavy tanks or in some mediums you can just side script to see if Sixth Sense goes off, but the side armor of this tank is not really sufficient, so it helps a lot to be wiggling. Because I really love wiggling. I should probably do a guide on wiggling someday. Wiggling does two things. First of all, especially against enemies with low FPS or low ping, low FPS or high ping, sorry, they actually are more likely by far to get bounces by just shooting the wrong part of your armor, because, you know, they're lagging basically. But also, it just automatically brings the enemy to aim longer, because he's trying to predict your next movement. So that basically often leads them to be having a shot loaded, but still be aiming, and not shooting it directly, maybe having it, you know, loaded for 1 or 2 seconds longer. And in a one-on-one, this might sound stupid, 1 or 2 seconds longer, but in a one-on-one between two heavies, like for example 2 E5s, if you're wiggling a lot and he's not, or you have his side or whatever, and every shot he makes, he takes 1 or 2 seconds more to aim at you, and maybe even gets that odd bounce more that you don't get, or you don't do, then you're gonna profit and maybe even get out 1 shot before he does, or like, you know, 1 or 2 seconds accumulates really quick to 8 seconds, and 8 seconds is a reload of an E5. And even more so on mediums with very fast rate of fires. So that's why I really encourage all of you to wiggle in basically all of your tanks whenever you're in a one-on-one situation or similar. Anyway, let's have a look at the post-game stats. Not surprisingly, I got an ace tanker there. Not surprisingly, I got a high caliber. I got a Spartan, which is kind of funny because basically, yeah, the M41 bounced me when I was on 80 HP or something. And I got a couple of useless medals, which Wargaming likes to spam on us at the moment. If we sort this by XP, I got 1400 raw XP, doing 5200 damage, which is rather meaty in a tier 8 tank destroyer. Especially while playing rather aggressively on a city map. Getting 4 kills in the process, and well, traveling a bit. I didn't get any tracking damage, although I did track 1 or 2 enemies here and there. So yeah, I earned 63,000 credits, or nearly 64,000 credits brutto, out of which I earned 35,000 net, got a nice XP. It wasn't a double sadly. I fired 14 shots, of those 12 hit and 12 penetrated, firing only AP, which really shows you just how awesome this gun is, honestly. Especially in this kind of matchmaking, I had no problems penetrating the tortoise in the side, even angled. Didn't get any odd bounces anywhere. The accuracy is great, so you're not going to be hitting parts of tanks you don't want to hit most of the time. I really love this. And yeah, I actually bounced around 800 damage, which doesn't sound like much, but considering the fact I was not hold down for basically the entire game, or even the entire game, I was only using my mobility, maybe a bit of side-skipping, trying-ish here and there, to bait shots or to not get shot at. It's not bad at all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, as always. See you next time. Follow me, like me, share me, follow me on Twitch, etc, etc. And yeah, have a good day, have a good night, bye bye, Genghis here.